Hi everyone, welcome to Nonna Stitching Lounge. This is Rosie and I come to you from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, where I live with my husband, and this podcast is about crocheting and knitting and all good things related to yarn. So if that appeals to you, please go down and press the subscribe button, and you'll be notified of when I put up another video. So how is everyone doing? I am doing very well. I am still working at home. Our province has just started to open up in more of the rural areas, and I live in Toronto, so it's still pretty much a shutdown. But we're making do. Me and Nonna have been closed up together for 10 weeks, 11, I don't know. Anyway, so we were doing really, really well, but I just find I have not been taping, as you know. It's been about 3 weeks since I've been on again, and just partly, I think partly I have trouble with my camera, so that seems to drive me crazy, and so I just haven't done it. And then I like to do finished objects, which I currently have some. So I will show you my current finished object, and it is what I am actually wearing. So I crocheted this Ilara pullover. You can see it, I don't know if there's any. Now I did change it a little bit, but I made it out of one of my knit crate yarns, so you can kind of see it. It has the lacy yoke, and it's a ribbed pattern. And I absolutely love it. I think it turned out fabulous. It is, like I said, with one of my knit crate yarns, and I bought, this is called Wee Violet. This is all I have left from 4 skeins of yarn, and it is the Vidalana Aloft in the Wee Violets, and it is 48% merino, 20% baby alpaca, and 32% organic cotton in a DK weight. And again, I used I think each skein was 276 yards, and I used exactly 4 of them with a size 6 needle. So this is about probably the 4th one I made, probably 3rd or 4th, because I was running out of yarn, and so it was coming out way too big. If you see, there's a lot of ease in this pattern, and that does not suit me very well. I prefer to have more of a fitted sweater. You can see it's top down with this lacy piece, and then it goes into a rib, and then you split for the sleeves. And I just love this pattern, and this yarn is so soft. Now I have not yet washed this sweater, but I have a feeling that it is going to get bigger and longer because of the merino and of the alpaca. But oh my god, the difference, it's just so soft, and I absolutely love the color. And so yes, that is the first thing that I made and I have finished. So I don't know what else to tell you about that. A short crochet pullover has a lot of, there was for this ribbing, actually, it was a triple front post and then a double in the next, similar to the one I made, I designed. But then every other round was just a single crochet, and then you do the front post, triple front post and the double crochet. And I don't know, it just seemed, it was just using up the single crochet around, just seemed to be using up a lot of yarn and didn't really add anything as far as I was concerned. So took it apart all the way to the yoke, and then I did it again. Then it was coming out really wide, and I wasn't going to have enough length. So I took it apart again to here, and then anyway. So now I am finished, and I'm very, very happy with this project. So yeah, so hopefully if this is a great pattern. I do believe it's paid for pattern, but I really, really enjoyed crocheting it. So what else have I made? Yes, I have another finished object, and through the power of video, I am going to show you right now. So here I am wearing my knitted Ranunculus sweater that I finished with the Knit Crate Titmouse yarn. So here is, you can see all the working around here. It's all one knit down sweater with some work, and this is the pattern that I used. Now, if you look at these patterns, you would think that it just has all this ease, and it does. It does ask for a lot of ease, but I didn't make it obviously that wide. It says only use the size 6mm hook, and it asks you to use fingering weight yarn. So it's going to give you that kind of very drapey, sloppy look, which doesn't appeal to me. I mean, I like it more fitted. I like a certain length. I'm not a crop sweater person, so this actually expanded after I washed it because of the merino in it. I think there's merino in it. I will tell you in a second what I made it out of. So for those of you that, this is all I had of 2 skeins of the titmouse. So each skein had 400 yards. So I used 800 yards of this. It is a fingering weight yarn. I used a size, I think I used a 5.5mm needles. And in here there's, oh, I taped it so well, I can't tell you. There's merino wool, 15% silk, and 10% cashmere, and it is so soft and wonderful. I just love the way it turned out. Now, the one thing about the titmouse is that you don't actually see the pattern very well, as you can, because of the color changes and stuff. So this is the first one I made, and I've shown this in the past. And you can see the work up here a little bit better. This is just done with the meandering loops and thread meandering serpentine that I used. It is just nylon and acrylic. Yeah, 90% acrylic and 10% nylon. But the pattern is great because, like, you could see how pretty it is if you were to just do it in one color. And then it has short rows that you have to do at the back, which makes the back a little bit higher and it falls a little bit nicer. This one doesn't appeal to me as much because it's not as open. I like an open neckline. This one is a little bit tighter in the neckline, but and the changing colors didn't turn out that great. And I told you about this one in the last, but I wanted to show you the pattern and how nice the pattern actually is when you do it from the top, when you do it in a solid color. So I'm definitely going to do another Ranunculus. I'll put the link down below. I absolutely love it, and I think every time you do it in a different color, it turns out great. Now the Ranunculus comes in, it says one size, but if you buy the pattern, it does come in modifications for larger bust sizes. So you can see that this is like a little girl wearing a huge sweater, and then you have a bigger lady wearing a good size sweater. And I did make it longer, as you know. So it's a great pattern. It's a lot of people in the knitting community are making it. Like I said, will definitely make it again. I just love the way it turns out. I did make the sleeves. Usually the sleeves are stop here, or you make them long. I made a little bit more sleeve on this one. Not sure if I'll do that again. I might make it a longer one, but anyway, I think it turned out. And it's interesting, I've seen a lot of crochet using the titmouse, and the pattern comes out so different when you knit it. It's so much finer. I really enjoyed doing that one. So that is my second finished object. And I did do another crochet pattern. It is a test pattern. I'm not going to show it to you all. I won't put it on because it hasn't been released yet. I think it's going to be released by KP Fibers. I think I put her link down on the last one. I had started it. So I'll just show you the back of it. So it's a really cool short sleeve sweater. So I'll show you a little bit. And I will put it on the next time because it'll probably be released by then. I used for that Lamia, a Hobium yarn, Lamia Diamond Low Pilling. It says it's soft and shiny. It is really a weird fabric, though, I have to tell you. It is 70% acrylic and 30% microfiber. And I don't know if I'll show you. I think I showed you before, but I can show you a little bit on here of the. It's it's stretchy. It's very stretchy, but it has a. I don't even know. It's twisted. I don't even know how to explain it. Kind of plasticky feel, but it turned out into a nice product anyway. It was really, really nice. So, and so that is my finished objects. Now, acquisitions, I did buy a few things that I want to show you. I did buy yarn. I did cave, but I don't have it, so I can't show you the yarn. So you might remember a couple of months ago when I stopped buying the knit crate, I put it on pause. A beautiful purple, shiny, sparkly yarn came out. Yeah. And I was kicking myself, and I kept saying, no, I'm going to hold off, and then Double Down came in. So I did order some of that. And then Jeannie from the, what's on the hook crochet, she bought some in the natural with a sparkle. So anyway, I bought some of that. And I also bought a couple more of these ones. The Flirt. So this is I have two of these from the knit crate, and so I bought two more. So I'll have at least, because I find two are not enough. I'm not a huge wrap and scarf person, so two only give me 700 yards, which isn't enough to make a sweater or to make any kind of thing, anything substantial. So I bought two more, which will give me 1,400 yards, and I could do something really substantial with that. So yes, I bought some of that, and I don't have it yet. So I will show you when I get it. Apparently it's been shipped, so who knows where it is at the moment. I also got these little Chai-Gu needles with the smaller tips. And I'm really excited to use these. This is so that when you're doing a sleeve or you're doing a hat, you can actually do it in the round without having to do double pointed needles, and because that's really annoying. You don't want to do that. So it comes with all these tips, and they're so there's these ones. I think these are 3-inch, and then there are the little 2-inch. So, and then you put the cord around. You have the little cords for that. Flex cables, which are 5 inches, 6 inches, and 8-inch cables. It comes with the tighteners and little, yeah. It's a really nice little set. So, what I have not bought in yarn, I'm making up in knickknacks. In knitting tools. I'm making up in tools. Okay. So what else do I have? I bought this book. So I wanted to show you. It is a knitting book, and it is called The Art of Circular Yokes. So that is my favorite way to knit. I love the circular yoke. And you make the yoke, and then you split for the sleeves, and then you just go round and round and round. And so I saw this book on Amazon, and it has some beautiful patterns. It actually teaches you on the math of circular yokes and how to, you know, to design your own, I guess, if you wanted to. I'll show you some of the pictures in here that are gorgeous. Oh, this one's really nice. Look at this one. This is a long sweater, and it's open in the front. So that's really pretty. This one here is gorgeous. I don't know how I'm going to hide this. Hold on. This here, you can see this here right there. Isn't that really pretty? So really, really nice. And then it has also ones with color work. I've done color work. I'm not a huge fan of it. I prefer, oh, this one. Look at this. Oh, there goes my computer. You can see it's got a little bit of a glare, but it's a really pretty red one. I think my favorite one, actually this one here is really pretty. It's color work, but it's only 2 colors, so I really like that. That's really nice. And yeah, let's see what else. This one's a little too much for me. I can't, yeah. That's too high in the collar for me. I can't wear anything that close up on my neck, but it really is beautiful, just the same. Where is my favorite one? Well, it was the front page anyway, so. Hold on, I gotta pick up my computer. Hold on. Sorry about that. My computer pulled the camera. Anyway, so I did find the, this one here. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, there we go. It has it has the color work, but it really, I don't know, just is so pretty. Anyway, so really nice book. It wasn't cheap. It was like $27 Canadian, but it was, I just love having that kind of resource. So, what else do I have? So I have, believe it or not, I have no works in progress. Nothing. I know. I finished the crochet Alara yesterday, and I just didn't start anything new. And I really had nothing in mind, although I have a whole bunch of patterns that I have been pulling and dreaming about. So maybe I'll show you some of my dream patterns. I just saw Debbie on the Canadian Crocheter, and she did a, what is with the phone and everything? She did a sweater that it was called the Whatever Sweater, and so I did pull that pattern from Ravelry. So might make that. I thought that was kind of cool. I love how hers turned out, and I've been using my knit crate, and I still have all this knit crate, yeah. And it would seem that I have not made much of a dent in it. So I have this blue one here. I have at least a sweater worth of that because I doubled up on that one. And then I also have still, that was knit crate from last year. So yeah. So I don't know, that the Whatever Sweater Debbie made looks really cool because it actually teaches you how to do any, like a basic raglan shaping, and that's my favorite, as you know, and so really cool. So I think I'm going to end up doing one of those, maybe not right away, but in the fall. So the other thing I found was this baby dress. Isn't that the cutest? I know. So cute. I found that. I don't know if it's And guess what it's called? So my granddaughter's name is Rosalind, and they call her Rosie. And so, yes, the Rosie dress. So I'm definitely going to be doing a baby dress. And this is by SusieSparkles.com. And she's got a whole bunch of really cute little knitted baby dresses. And what else have I seen? There's a couple of patterns. I think that's, oh, I've pulled a whole bunch of them. Mainly for the fall though. So I did start this one, and I don't know, it was so huge. I started with this. This is actually probably the 4th or 5th I did with the titmouse before I actually finished something. So yeah, I started this one. And it works side to side, and it just, I don't know, doesn't appeal to me whatsoever. So yeah, so I have a couple of things that I'm looking at, and I do have another crochet pattern that I am also looking at, but I forgot to bring it. So yeah, so that's it. I do have a few Happy Mail things. I got a really pretty card from Carrie Penny at the Happy Homemaker. Carrie Penny from the Heck. This was an Easter card that I didn't get for a long, long time. I got it way after Easter, but she obviously made it. It's really pretty. So thank you, Carrie, for that. And I also got some Happy Mail from Shell at Shell Crochet, one of my neighbors, and she sent me these really cute little coasters or scrubbies. So she sent me 4 of them. Aren't they adorable? Really pretty, and has a little sparkle in it. Pink, my favorite, well, pink and purple, my favorite color, so love that. And she also sent me one of her cards. Isn't this cute? I gotta do that. I'm gonna make one of those. And if you haven't seen, Shell podcasts about once a month with some in the middle, and she has her May makes, which, man, she's been busy. Let me tell you, she has done so many different things. So thank you, Michelle. This is wonderful. So yeah, that's my Happy Mail. And what else do I have? I think that's it. So thank you for joining me. I will put all the links that I can down below on if I mentioned anybody like Debbie, Canadian Crutcher, or any of the patterns I've mentioned. I will put the link. Hopefully I shall return in a couple of weeks unless I get my knit crate, my special knit crate. And I see Nonna hovering around here. Nonna, what is for dinner?
Thought you never asked. Well, a special request. You requested risotto for tonight.
I love risotto.
So I'll make that. And some nice, very thin, delicious, lean pork, barbecued pork cutlets.
Salad?
And a little salad, yeah. Red leaf salad.
Yeah. We're trying to eat healthier. It's not working, by the way, but yeah.
We'll go for a walk after.
Yeah, apparently we're going for a walk. Nonna bought a bike, so he's going bike riding. But my bike needs a tire fixed, and nobody's fixed it.
You tried.
Are you going to fix it?
I can't fix it. We have to bring it to a specialist.
He doesn't want anybody to know he actually knows how to fix things, so that's why. But yeah, so yeah, good dinner. No, thank you. So thanks for joining me, and we shall chat soon. Bye-bye.